Originally, what is Tai Chi? Originally. What is Tai Chi?
Tai Chi.
You said before downstairs, Tai Chi is no different from Qigong. You said so.
No, Tai Chi is a martial art based on the principle of Tai Chi. Tai Chi is the principle of the Tao. It's a martial art that based on the principle of Tai Chi that involves Qigong. Tai Chi is not Qigong, but it involves Qigong.
It's a martial art.
The Tai Chi is an internal martial art. So Tai Chi, Bagua, Xing is considered internal martial art. Kung Fu, Shaolin, Taoist.
Yes, but Kung Fu is different.
Yeah, that's considered external martial art.
But they have also internal Kung Fu.
They develop internal energy as they get advanced.
And what?
When they get good, they practice a lot to develop internal energy too.
But Tai Chi from the beginning.
Tai Chi from the beginning is learned to develop internal energy.
But for me, if I think Tai Chi like a martial art, don't give me that impression. Like you know, Wing Chun or other martial arts, who is more direct.
Right.
You understand? It gives me the impression more only to collect more energy. For the nemesis and for the health.
Right, that's true too.
It is martial arts.
That's why when people practice Tai Chi, they feel good that way. And they don't think about the martial art anymore.
Yeah,
but it's still originally is a martial art. All the Tai Chi masters in the olden days, they very well known. Like a young Wu Chai is considered invincible. Nobody can beat him, including other styles too. Like Lydia Tyllianaki is very well known in China for fighting a British boxer.
I know that.
You heard about that?
Some people in the West, teachers, they focus Tai Chi only like a hymn.
Well, it's a good health exercise. Well, in the modern world, people they don't need martial art as much as in the olden days. Nowadays, people use guns and stuff. So it's not so important now. The law is better. In the olden days, you can get robbed by people at any time. You need martial art more in the olden days. That's why more people practice martial art. And Tai Chi considered a very powerful martial art, not just a regular martial art. Tai Chi and Shaolin in China, many years already considered two of the most powerful martial arts. I think Tai Chi, Zhang Zhenfeng originally he studied Shaolin. Zhang Zhenfeng he didn't study.
Zhang Zhenfeng is a myth.
No, it's not a myth, he's a real person.
Yang Zhen Hu, tell me about Yang Zhen Hu, how he became. Yang Zhen Hu, you know how he became.
Well, he began as a young child because it's passed down from the family naturally as a child.
He born in France.
Yeah, he learned.
We have heard a lot in the books about the famous Yang Wu Chang and Yang Zhen Hu and their school, the program of the school of Yang family, we don't know.
Yeah.
What they do inside in the Yang family? You know anything?
Well, in the olden days,
yes,
it's very difficult for somebody to find a good teacher because usually they don't accept just anybody. So you really have to show a lot of good dedication before they will accept you. And basically, it's just hard work. Any school you go to,
Yes.
Well, you just learn very slowly, couple, 1 or 2 minutes a day, and basically you do a lot of practice.
And you do also Qigong, studying Qigong?
Not in Taiji. In Taiji, people they don't practice standing Qigong.
No, only movement.
Yeah, they only practice Taiji. Taiji is a whole style by itself. They don't need to practice standing or Qigong or...
Pushing hands also for men, their own people.
Yeah, push hands after you learn the form.
I must have learned the form.
There's a sequence where you have to learn the form first, just switching amount of time. And then you learn the push hands and rectangle. Because some schools still keep some of the traditional things. Some schools more modern. So the traditional schools basically just more strict. They teach very clearly. For martial arts, modern schools more for health, for exercise, relaxation.
But you combine and the two, I think. The old, yes. You're fine.
Yeah,
The old stereo is the internal.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you want to learn in Taiji, whether it's for health or for martial arts. We teach the correct Taiji. Because we do Taiji correctly, you get both more than you can just learn. You cannot just learn Taiji for health. Even if you're just interested in health, you have to learn Taiji properly. Well, to learn it correctly, So you cannot, because you say you're learning for health. I can take small steps, I relax, I don't have to concentrate. That's not for health. For health, you still need to do all those things, even if you want to learn it just for health.
What?
Like taking bigger steps, try to use more internal energy. You have to apply all those same principles, whether you're doing it for health or martial art, it doesn't matter. You still have to apply the same principles. That's the good part. That's the good thing about Taiji is the principles too. Without the principles, you can just go walking. Some people doing Taiji just like you can just go and take a walk and you will get the same kind of benefit. That's why you have to find the right teacher who can teach you all that. Maybe the person who they're learning from, they may be doing it for 20 years, but how long or how well do they learn Taiji, or who did they learn from? And to learn the true transmission, you gotta learn from a true master, otherwise it doesn't matter if you learn 10 years or 20 years. If you learn 20 years, doesn't mean you're good. And some people, if they learn just a few years, they can get pretty good. That's why when people tell me they've been practicing 10 or 20 years, 30, 40 years, it doesn't really matter. I have to see if they, know what they're doing. So if you do a long time, it's not automatically that you're good. If you don't have somebody who's good around you, it's still good to do Taiji. Doesn't matter who you learn from. Better than not doing Taiji. But if you have a chance to, it's better to learn from somebody, who's good, or who's more direct to the roots, came from the, original roots, traditional. If you can find a really good master to learn from, that means you're fortunate.
Yes, but how is he recognized? Like another person.
You can,
I feel recognized.
for someone who don't know anything, almost like it's very hard for you to recognize. You really have to go with maybe recommendations of people who know Taiji. If you don't know anything, if I don't know anything about art, I don't know what's good art. It's hard to tell me to judge, you know. This could be a masterpiece that could worth millions of dollars, but I cannot tell, you know, because I don't know much about art. So it's hard for an ordinary person to spot, you know, somebody who's really good or, you know, or mediocre in the intermediate teachers. Yeah, but when I meet one, they will recognize it. You know, but it's hard for them to find, you know, or usually the first impression is very important. Right? So usually the first teacher you meet, that's what is stuck with you. First impression. So let's say if you met me first, if you learn from me, to you, my style is good, or what I do is correct. And if you see anything else, usually you think it's different or it's not right. So if you learn from somebody else first, if you meet me, maybe you think I'm wrong. Sometimes people are different.
Not absolutely.
No, I mean,
I think
more likely.
Yeah.
But some people, when they learn from other teachers and they meet me, they say, oh, no, what you do is better. I like what you do. And I want to learn your style. Yeah. But usually the first impression is very important. People who do Zhang Menqing style, they think his style is correct. But they like, at least they like his style. So maybe there's some people, maybe when they meet some other teachers, they might want to learn the Qing style. But most people who practice his style, they will stick with his style because they think that that's the real thing. But people who will study our style, they will never study the Zhang Menqing style because they think ours is good. I mean, they like our way of doing.
In the beginning, you say Tai Chi it was?
Tai Chi were practiced by the Taoist monks as exercise. To develop energy, better and spirit, relaxation, and meditation. Later on, when Zhang Sanfeng went to
develop energy better, you say?
Yeah, to just to, you know, feel better, relaxation. Tai Chi were practiced as an exercise to stay in good health and to have a peaceful mind, you know, to help you relax. But when Zhang Sanfeng went to the Dao Wudang mountain, he saw that the gracefulness and the softness, he applied the same principle, which is the Dao principle of the Dao, to his martial art that he already knew, which is Shaolin style. He developed a new art, still called Taiji, but it's called actually Chuan, which is Taiji martial art. You know, Chuan usually you say Chuan means fist. Yeah, fist. But in China you say Chuan means martial art.
Oh yeah.
Right. Over here people they call it Kung Fu. The Kung Fu in China they don't use Kung Fu as martial art.
Yeah. Which Kung Fu? The usual Kung Fu?
Any Kung Fu. When you say Kung Fu in the West, they understand it as martial art, right? But in China, Kung Fu means different. See, Kung Fu is, Gong is work. Fu is time.
Time.
So if you work means practice. Time means if you spend enough time practicing, you develop a result of what you develop is Kung Fu. So not just in Tai Chi you can have Kung Fu. But anything else you do you can have good Kung Fu too. If you're a person who paint a lot, good artists, they have good Kung Fu for painting.
I understand.
Gong is work.
Yes.
Fu is time. That means work is practice. Time is you have to spend enough time. So the time you spend practicing, the result you develop is called Kung Fu. So a chef who cook a lot, he developed good Kung Fu in cooking.
To use very good your time. Huh?
Yeah, when you say Kung Fu, and people say, oh,
You think it's martial,
yeah.
but it's not that in China.
No. Martial art, usually they say like Taijiquan, like that's already a martial arts. Or Shaolin Chuan, it's a martial art. Some people call it Shaolin Kung Fu, but actually it's Shaolin Chuan. Yeah.
And Shaolin boxing, it's the same.
Boxing is Chuan, like Taiji boxing. Yeah.
What is Taiji? The name. Not Chuan, you say it's fist, eh?
Yeah.
But Taiji is ultimate.
No, people they try to translate the word Taiji, but there's actually no direct translation. People they translate it as the ultimate fist, or grand ultimate art, or all kind of stuff.
But what really is in for Chinese?
Well, it's just a symbol of yin and yang.
Ah, Taiji.
Yeah, that's what the Taiji means. Yin
And
and yang.
all Taiji Chuan?
Taiji Chuan is a martial art that based on the principle of yin and yang. So there's no really direct translation for Taiji.
I understand, yeah.
You know, just like
all
a
the
name,
Chinese, yeah?
a name, you know. Yeah.
And what is for Chinese, let's see?
Well, qi is, again, very complicated.
It's something to say the health is qi. If you have good health, you have qi.
Yeah, qi is your life.
Yeah.
You know. So a person, as soon as they're born with qi. Because your internal energy.
Yes.
Yeah, your internal spirit. Yeah. But some people who don't have good qi, which they get sick often, they're weak. You know. So, but from practicing Taiji, you improve your qi. You get better health. But because your qi give you better health, it give you more power too. So from practice, when you practice martial art, if you use qi, it makes your power stronger too.
The traditional families who make Taiji, they don't do sitting meditation.
Because Taiji is not just, Taiji is changed into a martial art. So when they practice, they don't do meditation because as soon as they go up, they practice as a form of martial art. It's not necessary because...
Like sitting to Qigong. They say there's two forms of Qigong, I know.
Yeah.
The one is a sitting Qigong, and the other one is moving.
Yeah.
Some move.
Yeah.
They make sitting Qigong traditionally.
No, because the principle of sitting Qigong is also applied to Taiji.
In Taiji.
So as you do Taiji, you're doing both at the same time. So it's not necessary to do Qigong and do Taiji. And plus, you know, I know the Tao, they meditate, but Taiji is not just Tao, you know, now Taiji is something different. It's a martial art that's based on the Taoist principle. So they don't do exactly what the Taoist, like a Taoist monk would do. You know, it's not like that anymore. It's not like that. Well, I know some teachers teach meditation in Taiji. Well, you can get all that from just practicing the form.
Only the form?
Yeah. So basically it's the same thing. You get your... People, they have different satisfactions. But, you know, to us, what we teach, Taiji will give you all the satisfaction you need, rather than doing all different things. I mean,
For example, tell me something.
No, you need a lifetime to really master Taiji. You do so many things. The more things you do, the less likely you're to master it. In China, there's one quote that people always say: if you can do one thing well that nobody else can do, they'll all come to you. You know 1,000 things, but everybody else knows it too. Nobody cares.
Ένα πράγμα να κάνεις καλά, λέει, και θα σου έρθει μετά όλα. Αν κάνεις χιλιάδες πράγματα, θα γίνει τίποτα.
Do you understand? If you only know one thing well, the best in one thing, people will come to you, they look up to you. But if you know many, many things, but nothing you're very good at, people don't care. Yeah. So it's better to learn one thing well than learn a lot of things. I think if you just learn one thing, it's enough. Like one style of Taiji, or one style of Kung Fu, or one style of karate.
Some people who practice from the same style, but a lot of forms.
A lot of forms not good. Too little forms not good too. I mean, in Taiji, again, we talk about Taiji principle, it's just a balance for everything. Too much is not good, too less is not good. So there's always a balance where it's just right.
For example, the long form.
Right, one at a time.
How many years he must develop to learn the form?
It depends how.
To develop good foundation, and after he can make also another form, or he can learn something.
He can learn another form, but in the same style.
Yes,